Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're taking a scalpel to the mechanics of personality, and we're aiming it, well, straight for the strategic dark side of human social interaction.
Right. And our mission today, which comes from you, the curious learner, is to really unpack this surprising finding.
It's a great one. Why some people who seem highly manipulative might actually be terrible at reading others.
And on the flip side, why some of the nicest people might secretly be the best at understanding social combat.
Okay, let's unpack this. Our source material treats personality, the big five, the Dark Triad, not as these static descriptions of who you are.
No, it sees them more as behavioral summaries.
Exactly. They reflect these individual differences in the evolved strategies we all use to solve problems. It's the adaptationist perspective.
Yeah.
Your traits are basically tools built by evolution.
And the specific tool or mechanism we are dissecting today is something called competitor derogation.
Which is a very clinical term for, well, weaponized gossip, right?
It's exactly that. It's the strategic reduction of a rival's mate value through, reputational means, sharing information to damage their standing.
Especially in the dating pool.
Yeah.
It's this evolved system for dealing with mate competition.
And if you connect this to the bigger picture, doing this successfully is incredibly complex. I mean, socially. You can't just shout insults.
No, it would backfire.
It would. Your mind has to run these lightning-fast, very high-level social calculations. You have to evaluate the information you have, select the most powerful tactic,
And then figure out how to share it so that you don't look like the bad guy in the process.
which brings us right to the study's core focus: the accuracy of those internal estimates.
How precisely can an individual predict how a specific piece of gossip is going to influence someone's interest in their rival? That precision, that is the real measure here.
It's a measure of your social cognitive calibration.
So to quantify this, the researchers used a model that breaks accuracy down to two very different skill sets.
Mm-hmm.
The first is elevation accuracy. Think of this as your baseline bias.
Right. Do you systematically overestimate or underestimate the average impact of your tactics?
It's basically asking if your general optimism or pessimism about your own gossip is correct.
And then you have differential accuracy.
And this is where the true social wizardry comes in.
I think so. It's your ability to tell the difference between tactics based on how effective they are. Can you tell a boring rumor from a piece of reputation-destroying information?
It's about the relative impact. It's measuring precision, not just your overall optimism.
Exactly.
And to create a benchmark for this, for what actually works, this study was incredibly thorough.
It was huge.
They had 320 participants rate 445 different derogation tactics.
445. That's almost 450 examples of potential gossip, ranging from, they chew too loudly to some really damaging stuff.
And these evaluators rated how each one would change their interest in a potential mate. So that massive database, that became the objective truth.
What's fascinating here is when you look at the average person's ability, the population baseline,
Right.
it showed that people generally are moderately skilled. They have reliable differential accuracy.
So the average person can mostly tell a useful piece of dirt from a useless one.
They're not perfect, but like you said in the original script, they can tell the sharp knife from the dull spoon.
And what about that general bias? Elevation accuracy.
The population tends to slightly underestimate the effectiveness of these tactics. So people generally think the reputational attacks will work a little less well than they actually do.
So most people are a bit pessimistic about their own attacks.
A little bit, yeah.
But here is a really counterintuitive finding about this baseline ability. The two types of accuracy. They were moderately linked, but in a negative way.
Right. If you were really good at elevation accuracy, so your general estimate was spot on, you tended to be worse at differential accuracy.
Wait, why would being spot on about the average make you worse at telling the difference between them?
It suggests these two skills are they're almost opposites. Imagine someone who's fantastic at general estimation. They know, let's say, reputation damage works about 50% of the time. Their elevation accuracy is perfect.
Okay.
But because they're so focused on that average, they might treat all 445 tactics as roughly the same. They lack the nuance to see that tactic A is 90% effective and tactic B is only 10%.
So they're accurate about the big picture, the volume, but totally inaccurate about the quality of each individual piece.
Exactly. It just shows that precision and general calibration are distinct cognitive abilities.
And this sets the stage perfectly for the Dark Triad. We're talking Machiavellianism, Narcissism, and Psychopathy.
The traits we all know are characterized by manipulation and exploitation.
So the common sense hypothesis, the one they pre-registered, was simple. The Machiavellian, the strategic planner, must be the most accurate, right? You should have the best manipulative software.
That was the belief. That's what everyone thought. But the initial findings, when they just looked at the raw scores, they were a shock. All 3 Dark Triad traits were associated with lower differential accuracy.
You're kidding. So the higher your score on any of these dark traits,
The less precise your internal estimate of which tactics worked best.
wow.
And not only were they less precise, they also had this strong bias to overestimate the impacts. They thought their attacks would hit much harder than they really would.
And which one was the worst?
Psychopathy showed the strongest negative relationship with both precision and general bias.
So if I'm hearing this right, the data suggests that, in general, people scoring high on dark traits are less effective and more delusional about their attacks.
That's the critical question, isn't it? How do they function socially if their manipulative software is so poorly calibrated?
Right.
And that required a deeper look, because the Dark Triad traits are all highly intercorrelated. They travel together.
Okay.
And the Machiavellianism scale, in particular, often picks up aspects of psychopathy, specifically the callousness and impulsivity, which are not strategic at all.
So they had to isolate the unique strategic part of Machiavellianism, separate it from the impulsive, reckless side.
Exactly. And here's where it gets really interesting. They ran an analysis controlling for narcissism and psychopathy to find that pure strategic planner in the data.
Yeah.
When they isolated that unique Machiavellianism, a part that's just about being strategic and planful, separate from being impulsive, the result flipped.
It flipped completely.
Completely. As the original prediction suggested, unique Machiavellianism showed a clear, positive relationship with differential accuracy.
Wow. So most people with high Dark Triad scores are bad manipulators because their impulse to exploit just outruns their social calibration.
That's the interpretation.
But the truly strategic Machiavellian, the one who can control that impulse, genuinely does possess superior, more precise social knowledge.
That's it. The general negative link suggests high Dark Triad scores often reflect a miscalibration of these mechanisms. But the purely strategic one, they are indeed better tuned. It's the difference between impulsive exploitation and planful strategy.
Let's pivot now. Let's see how the rest of the personality map fits into this. What about, say, people who are just good at reading a room? Emotional intelligence, or EI?
The link there was pretty straightforward and logical. Specifically, the component of EI related to perceiving emotion
Okay.
was positively associated with differential accuracy.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're better at reading and predicting the emotional states of others, you should be better at predicting the outcome of sharing information.
Of course. You know exactly what kind of information is going to cause a strong negative emotional reaction in your audience.
And therefore, you know what will effectively reduce a rival's value? Now for the big 5. And the surprises here, I think, are maybe even more compelling than the Dark Triad twist.
I agree.
The study found that 2 traits you would never associate with weaponized gossip,
No.
conscientiousness and agreeableness, were both positively associated with differential accuracy.
This is genuinely counterintuitive. I mean, agreeable people are defined by their desire for social harmony.
Right. And conscientious people are detail-oriented. They follow the rules. They're the last people you'd expect to be experts in reputation damage.
They're the least willing, certainly, to use these tactics.
But the data suggests something profound here.
It suggests that individuals who are socially perceptive, who value group harmony, who adhere to social rules, in other words, people who are highly accurate readers of the social landscape.
They possess the most accurate knowledge of what actually harms reputations.
So they know precisely which buttons to push.
They just choose not to push them. They have this superior knowledge about the rules of engagement, but their motivation to use it is, well, it's totally absent.
Exactly. This is the clearest illustration that the ability to derogate accurately is completely separate from the motivation or the willingness to actually do it.
The agreeable person is a far more precise strategist than the impulsive psychopath.
They just prefer collaboration over competition.
We have to mention extroversion, too. We often assume that the highly social, outgoing person is the most calibrated, the ultimate social butterfly.
But that wasn't the case. The study showed extroversion was associated with lower differential accuracy and a bias toward overestimating tactic impacts.
So they were less precise and more delusional about their attacks. Why would that be?
It's a great point to reflect on. Why wouldn't frequent social engagement translate into precision? It suggests that maybe extroverts prioritize the quantity and speed of communication over careful, precise social modeling.
So they're in the game, they're in the social competition, but they might be relying more on charisma and volume rather than strategic calibration.
I think that's a fair interpretation.
So what does this all mean? For us, for you, the learner. The study just shows this incredible value in linking these broad personality labels, the traits, to the actual nuts and bolts of our evolved cognitive mechanisms.
We moved way beyond just saying, oh, Dark Triad people are manipulative.
Right. We asked how accurate is the underlying software they're using for that manipulation.
And we found that the ability to be strategic is high for the truly planful Machiavellian, but that this accuracy, this skill, is also found in highly agreeable, conscientious people.
It's a cognitive skill that exists completely independently of the motivation to use it for antagonism.
Which raises an important question for you to consider as you move forward. The current findings, they rely entirely on hypothetical judgments from an online sample in the U.S.
Right, a very specific context.
A very specific context. But culture profoundly shapes how we compete for mates, what reputations even matter, and what social signaling norms exist. So if you imagine a culture where social harmony is prized above all else, how would that reshape the effectiveness of these derogation strategies? And crucially, how would deviations from accuracy like the impulsivity of psychopathy be captured by personality constructs in cultures where the rules of the game are completely different?
It's a fascinating layer to add as you consider the social maneuvering happening all around you every single day.